Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Much respect to the brothers that are preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom for this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim and Akwap that might be listening to this lesson on today. Today, I'm going to do another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai on the last days. Get ready. Because we know, as the hopeful elect, that the time is winding up. And we see the signs. So we need to be, at this point, getting ready for the days to come, these latter days. Now, how do we even establish the fact that we are of the hopeful elect? Well, let me read Romans 10 and 9. And it reads, it says, that if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahweh Shai, and shalt believe in thine heart that Yahweh hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. So, if we know in our hearts and minds that Yahweh Shai was raised by Yahweh, which is the Father, we raised, meaning raised from the dead, when he was crucified for us, we shall be saved. And that's the belief in Yahweh Shai, and the belief in our Father Yahweh is what established us as being the hopeful elect. So we have to get that understanding first and foremost. And Romans 10 and 13 in the reasons, it says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord. Now we have to have that name. We have to have Yahweh Shai. We can't be saying Jesus Christ. We can't be saying Allah. We can't be saying other names and expect to be saved during this time. We have to know and have a relationship with Yahweh and thus Yahweh Shai in order for us to be saved during this time, to be of the hopeful elect. Because there's 2/3 out there that are calling on God and JC and thinking that they're going to be saved during these latter days, and they're not going to be able to because they don't have a relationship with the true Father and the true Son, which is our big brother, so they won't be. So, in knowing that, we know as we go day to day that this world is just getting full and even more filled with wickedness, and people are getting shot, people are getting, people are trying to ravage, the women, babies are being, tattooed and other wild, wicked things have been happening more frequently, not as if they never happened, because there's nothing new under the sun, but it's been more frequent to where there is no even form of religion out there almost. So the wickedness is going at a higher rate than those that are truly having a relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But we have that relationship. Like I said, we established that we know and have a relationship by even having the names, of our Father and his Son. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is what I'm speaking of. And 1 John 5 and 19, and it reads, it says, and we know that we are of Yahweh, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. So we know that we are, Yahweh's children. But the world is around us is getting full and being in the control of evil and wicked powers and people in high places. Esau is in control, and he's getting to the point to where he knows that he's not, going to be in control much longer. So he's ramping up, the wickedness. Even in Matthew 24:12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So because sin is going to be everywhere, it's going to be running rampant. Sin, like I said, the killings, the ravaging of women, covetousness, stealing. There's going to be so much wickedness that's going to come about that, the love of many is just going to grow. It's going to grow cold. Like, people are going to stop loving one another, and they're just going to go to their sinful ways and being mean and hateful and just doing wickedness, in these latter days. And we have to be prepared for it. Our mind has to be stayed up on this word to where we can't fight against it. We have to be spiritually equipped during these times. Because Matthew 24:22 says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So unless Yahweh Shem Yahushua shorten the days, which they are, we can tell by the days here recently, they've been shortened, and they're going to continue to be shortened, because otherwise no one will make it out. It's going to be so much wickedness upon this earth that no one would make it out unless the days be shortened to where they don't have the time to destroy everybody, because destruction is going to run rapid. Sin is going to run rapid. Wickedness, everything that is contrary to, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be unleashed on this earth. And we, as ourselves believing that we are the hopeful elect, we're only going to be saved by the skin of our teeth, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to shorten the days. And that is an ultimate blessing, because we know without that, we wouldn't be able to make it out of here, at least alive. And we know that there's many things that, Esau is going to do in these end times to try to take us out of, the faith, take us out of the belief and trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's going to back us into a corner, to where we have to show and prove ourselves by our belief and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that we know that he's going to make a way out of no way, that he's going to make the impossible possible. Because in the latter days, Esau is going to try to, ramp up these jabs, and then he's going to try to implement the MOTB. Because Revelation 13:16-18 in the reads, it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we know this is coming about very soon. So this prophecy is close. And it says in 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding. Let me read that again. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, 666. So we know that MOTB is waiting to be put out en masse for those that are not having the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And it's going to be try to be pushed upon those that have the faith now, because they want to try to shake us from our faith. They want to shake us to the point to where we're so in fear of dying out that we're just going to take it, even though it's not going to matter, because the shortage of food is already coming about. So it doesn't matter. The money is less in value already at this point. The dollar, the American dollar. So we have to have that understanding. We have to have that faith and belief and trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua to know that it is not about nothing that man can do. It is all about Yahweh Shem Yahushua being in control. And that's why we preach this word. We preach this word so that we can educate and encourage, each other to continue to do our part. And therefore, we will be able to maintain this faith during the latter days and the harder times. Because the times are going to get hard. And it's not going to be for those weak at heart or weak in faith. Because if you are, then you will succumb to what this devil, Wicked E, is going to try to bring upon you. So we have to continue to preach this word. We have to be diligent in this word. And we have to make sure that we maintain our faith, and even stronger, and our wisdom and knowledge has to be elevated during this time by memorizing scripture, by continuing to fast, by continuing to, have our connection with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because if we don't, then we'll succumb, once again, to Wicked E. And we're not trying to do that. We've come too far to do that. But Matthew 24:14 says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations." So we know that that's coming about already. "And then shall the end come." So once this word is being preached across the world, once everybody's had a chance to get it, and they either get it or not, once that's already done, which is we're so close right now to where we can almost touch it. We can see the end of the tunnel. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We can see the finish line, because the word is being preached for so long and been established because of, whether it be, through the internet or various other ways, the word has been preached across the globe. Once that is done and everybody has that chance to get it, then the end is going to come. Now, once that end, and we know what that end is with Yahushua coming back, and those nuclear, Hellfire missiles are coming, the ICBM missiles are coming, and Jacob's trouble and everything else that's going to come to pass. Once those things are happening, it's time out for, trying to get this word, trying to have a relationship, trying to, get yourself together. You got to do it right now, while you have the time, while we have this grace period, while we have the ability to do so. Because Matthew 24:30, Matthew 24:30 reads, it says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven." And that's our big brother Yahushua. "And then shall all the tribes of the earth moan," because it's going to be a fearful time. Even for us hopeful elect, because like I said, we're hopeful. We don't know if we're of the elect or not. We're doing this work because we want to be the elect. We have the names. We have the wisdom and knowledge to do so. We just got to continue and endure to the end. But we're going to still be in fear because we don't know. And it says, "And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven." Those big, enormous, massive chariots that are coming. And he's going to be in his glory. It says with power and great glory. He's going to be, in his majestic form. You know what I'm saying? Not as he was in this earth, but he's going to be in that form to where he's coming about his business, about his Father's business, which what we should be doing each and every day. Our Father's business, feeding the sheep, continue to establish this word across the four corners of the earth as we've been, called to do so. And in that time, it's going to be a bittersweet time because we know our big brother is here and it's going to be over. But we also are wanting to make our calling and election sure, by being beamed up, by being available for him to beam us up. We have to do everything that we need to do prior to in order for us to be beamed up. And we want to make sure that we don't leave here like the 2/3, that we don't do all this work just to be leaving here like the 2/3. We want to leave here with our big brother and be transitioned into the kingdom. So we're doing this work because we know that that's what we should be doing. And we know that that's how we want to leave here in the right standing with our big brother and our Father, Yahweh. Because in Revelation, which is what I'm going to close with, in Revelations 21:8, it says, but the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Now, the first death was the flood that came, when Noah and his family was saved. Now, the second death is coming with those ICBM missiles, with Wicked E trying to fight against Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is coming with the angels and the chariots. And we know that all those people that I named are going to be burnt up, going to be in that lake of fire, which is going to come with the ICBM missiles. And most of us have seen that Terminator part of the movie, to where she was holding on to that fence and was just obliterated, turned to dust. And we don't know exactly how it's going to be, but in nuclear hellfire, you just burnt, even if you're not right at the landing site of the missiles. And it's going to be so many missiles that it doesn't matter if you're, around or not. You're going to get that blast of nuclear, I'm trying to find a word. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but the blast from it, that is just going to obliterate your body anyway. But that's not something that we want to look forward to. What we want to look forward to is doing what we should be doing right now and continuing to endure until the end, because we know that the latter days are coming. Those things that I spoke of, the MOTB, Jacob's trouble, martial law, it's the word being even preached to the four corners of the earth to where everybody can get it. Once those things are happening, which even the famine of the word and just the famine of the earth with food, all those things are coming to pass, and it's not time for us to slack up now. We have to get ready. So, like the title of my lesson, The Last Days, get ready. That's what we need to be doing right now. So I pray that all that are listening have been edified. And once again, this was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I'm going to end off by giving him all honor, glory, and praise, because it was only through him that I was able to do this. And with that being said, I'm going to say Shalom.